Good afternoon. It is Thursday, June 27th, 2024. Just going to do a quick review of my trading day today. Theme of the day today was impulsive revenge trading. Definitely took way too many trades just trying to make back losses from previous trades, which ended up, 15 trades today. A little bit more than I would have liked, especially since I didn't trade for very long today. It was a lot of trades in a short period of time. It wasn't an all day 15 trades in a day. It was 15 trades in like an hour. My wins definitely outweighed my losses, so I was positive on the day. I'm happy about that. I had a 9R trade, a 5R, and a 7R. All great trades. Great size. Not overly happy with the trades themselves. The initial entry would have been a FOMO trade, but then, pull myself together and manage the trade well and get out for a decent amount. Losses, I kept them all 1R, consistent there. I didn't size up my risk on the trades, which definitely helps in the long run when I can have a low win rate, which today, including the break-even trades, was about 23%. I think 25% if you exclude the 2 break-even trades. Having those larger wins, the 5R trades, 5R, 7R, 9R, can erase so many stupid mistakes if you get those big ones. I'm a big fan of, in my strategy, is going for those bigger trades, not necessarily big point moves, but adding to my winners. I always try to add to my winners whenever I can. Just helps those trades turn out bigger. Occasionally, you end up stopping out a little bit more often, but I'd rather get, a 5R trade than, a 2R or 3R, without, I'd rather just add and see what I could get. I can go into that a little bit later about how I add to my trades. R factor on the day is 11.7. I risk 4R on the day, and a day maker, or where I stop for the day, is typically around 12 to 13R. I like my trades to be at least 3 times my winners, to be 3 times my losers. I also like my days to be 3 times my losers, because I am definitely not perfect, and as you can see, I have a lower win rate. So one winning day, a 12-hour day, will erase 3 losing days theoretically. I could lose 3 days in a row and then have one day maker and be break even after 4 days. And then if I have one positive day, now I'm positive on the week. So that's how I like to do that. I typically do stop when I get to a certain level on the day. It also just gives me time freedom, which is ultimately why I'm doing this. I don't want to be able to do what I want when I want, and just enjoy the day. So today I stopped trading, had a bit of a chill rest of the morning, went out for lunch with my wife, sat on the back deck for a good hour, played with the dog, and then came back and reviewed for probably 2 hours before I'm making this video. So spent more time in review today than I did actually trading. So let's get into the trades themselves. We'll start here. I have the 15-minute chart on the left, 5-minute chart on the right. These are the 2 time frames that I primarily use for my entries and exits. I started off the day with not a great trade. So it was a decent trade. It was right here. I was looking short. There was a 5-minute, let's just see if I can erase that there. So there's a 5-minute possible downtrend right here. I entered short, thinking, all right, we got a 5-minute downtrend. We might see 15-minute consolidation, but instead we just held that low basically right where I sold the bottom here. And then we had that massive move up. It was an okay trade. I'm happy with the trade itself, except for the execution. I told myself I wasn't going to trade pre-market, and 11 minutes before the market opens, I put on a trade. So I'm not happy with that. And then while I was journaling that and writing it out, saying, why did I do that? That I said I wasn't going to do that. I missed this giant move right here, which is one of my key opening plays that I love. I have a high win rate with it. I usually get 5R or greater on these trades, but it's looking for the break of the previous 5-minute candle, adding on the break of the 15-minute candle, and then again adding on the overnight high. So I could have had 3 entries right there. Definitely a long way to go up. Probably 5R at a minimum on this trade. And that triggered a little bit of FOMO, and not FOMO, revenge trading, anger, and I really wanted to get into a trade after I missed this easy setup that I take all the time, and I would have taken it if I didn't have this pre-market trade. So this pre-market trade messed up the A+ setup that I was waiting for, which caused a little bit of revenge trading. So not a great way to start, and then it kind of continued throughout the day, that revenge trading. That I'm upset because I missed that big move, that easy trade, the one that I take every single time I see it. I will take that trade. It just has a high probability, and yeah, so a little bit of revenge trading. So I had that first loss. Then I tried in here, I zoomed down to the 2-minute because we had a 2-minute sear step, and I was looking for a 2-minute higher low right in here, and I was like, all right, we're gonna get this 2-minute higher low. We had this big move, we're just gonna keep on going to the moon. I don't use the 2-minute, so right off the bat, that was definitely a red flag. I missed this move, so now I'm looking for any excuse to get back in. I didn't FOMO in, which is great. Often in the past, I would have seen, all right, it keeps going, I'm just gonna buy, no, I'm gonna buy. I didn't. I waited for the pullback, but I only waited for the 2-minute pullback, and I don't trade the 2-minute time frame, so I need to be careful about that. Ended up being a loss. We just had a 2-minute downtrend there, so not happy about that. Another loss right off the bat, and then we get into my first good trade of the day. So we had this inside bar, then we had a 5-minute candle right here go up, almost break, and then turn all the way red. Once that candle turned red, I entered short in my first entry with a 1 to 4 risk to reward. I entered a second entry at this level right here, 10 points past my initial entry, cut my stop loss in half, and I'm keeping my risk exactly the same. That was looking for 40 points in my first entry, 30 points on my second entry, and then I entered a third at this level right here on this red candle, breaking those previous 2 inside bars bare for 20 points. The reason I was only looking for that much on those trades, looking for profit around here, was because I was thinking we're just looking for a 5-minute higher low, so which we ultimately were, and then we kept going up. Took my trade off. That ended up being a 9-hour trade. Very happy about that one. That got me back to positive on the day and doing all right. Then we moved to a little bit of a string of losers here, getting chopped up in this little range here. So I took a trade going long, then I got stopped out, so then I FOMO'd into another trade a little bit higher, which then I got stopped out, and then I took a trade short, thinking, all right, maybe we're going to get a 5-minute downtrend into 15-minute consolidation, got stopped out there, etc., etc. Basically gave back half of a little over half actually, of the win on this trade, trying to get something, just totally chopped up, totally revenge trading, chasing. I needed to take a break. But I just didn't recognize that at the time. And then I looked long here, so I took my first long break of this 5-minute higher low set on this candle, entered a second one up here at the 5-minute higher high, and then first one out at 20 points, or one out at 20 points, one out at 30 points, ended up as a 5-hour trade, and taking profit up here at the 5-minute overbought area. I was happy about that one. That was another good trade, but just following all this crap in this area, getting chopped up and revenge trading. And then I said, all right, I just had a nice win. I'm taking a break. I'm clearly not in a great headspace. I've made too many trades. It's only, it's not even an hour into the trading day, and I've already made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades an hour into the day. I need to take a break. So I set my timer, go outside, get some stuff done, work around the house, come back, and I come back right around here, and before I'm even sitting in my chair, like I'm leaning down to sit, I place a sell order. I hadn't looked at the screens. I hadn't, it was just poor execution all around right there. I took a short thinking, all right, we're getting this 5-minute downtrend confirming into 15-minute consolidation, which we did get, but we needed one more 5-minute lower high here to go short, which I ultimately did get. But just that first trade there, I don't know why I did it. I don't know if it was tilt continuation or what, but I ended up bleeding. We had another 5-minute low. I got stopped out, 5-minute lower high. Then I re-entered a couple times here for a 7-hour trade. So I entered short here with a 5-minute consolidation, and then entered short here, breaking the 5-minute low as well. I ended up being, I believe, a 7-hour trade. So overall, I stopped there. I stopped at, was it 10:45? So it was a positive day, but not a great trading day. And I think that is something that I'm becoming more aware of, that the money doesn't matter. Like there needs to be more of a focus on the process, not the profits. The process, how I'm doing things. I need to be focusing on my mental state, not revenge trading, not impulsive trading, and I need to continue to work on things like using limit orders instead of just market entering. I need to recognize signs of anger and course correct earlier. I need to not do pre-market trades, and I need to just take more breaks. After I have a couple losses in a row, I'm probably going to keep having losses because it affects my mental state. So have a couple losses, take a break. If I'm not ready to come back, continue that break. Things to work on for sure. Definitely have some work to do. And on this trade here, this last one, the reason why I took profit around this area was because we were looking for a 15-minute higher low as the most likely scenario. Big push up, looking for a 15-minute higher low. I thought maybe the EMA 12 would be a good area for that, but it did end up keep dumping. But I needed to get out anyway. Clearly not great, not great mentally today, and not in a flow state. So we'll be back tomorrow. Here's to another day.